When you started at Pitt, the Manley Award wasn't even a thing yet. Um, do you feel like long snapping is getting some more attention, maybe that it didn't get before, as how important of a skill it is?
It definitely is. It absolutely is, and it's exciting. Like you said, since coming to Pitt, the Manley Award wasn't even a thing. When I first got here, and it's been exciting too because one of the things my dad and I always used to talk about, even in my early years at Pitt, is kind of trying to revolutionize the position a little bit. Obviously everyone knows Mike Ditka, what he did for the tight end position, like making that a threat, blocking and passing, and obviously on a different level wanted to kind of do that with long snapping, make it a position where you're kind of a weapon on the field. And it's been cool with the Manley Award, giving it more attention. People are starting to pay a little more attention, and it gives some room for us to kind of make some plays out there.
Cal, it's not the most glamorous position on the football field. And when did you really buy in? Like, this is something that I can do and make special.
Well, I think from when I first started long snapping, it was clicking pretty quickly for me. But I also played fullback in high school and just always thought of myself as a football player first. Football player and a long snapper. And I think with that mindset, I wanted to come in and show that. And every time I was on the field, make myself seen and make plays and just make sure I was hustling every time I touched the field. And that was really the only mindset I've had all through it, is just trying to hustle every time I get on the field, and it's definitely helped me make some plays and has made things click pretty nicely for me. So
I think the mindset most people have when they think of like a specialist at practice is like three guys standing in the corner cracking jokes, not really doing anything. I mean, I see you out there doing linebacker drills. You've obviously put more work than average, I guess I would say, into this position. Do you feel like, what's it feel like to kind of have that work pay off?
It's been awesome, and I just love playing the game, and so being able to make plays on Saturdays is motivation enough, and just getting to, obviously a lot of the guys on our punt team are linebackers or fullbacks or tight ends, so getting to kind of, I guess, knock heads with them a little bit in some drill work makes it more fun on Saturdays when we're covering punts and running down the field together.
Was that your idea? Were you like, yeah, I want to do that?
Yeah, it was just something. As I kind of developed a little more physically, and then our strength coaches and other coaches started cracking jokes like, hey, you should play some linebacker for us, this and that. And I was like, well, you know what? I actually will start doing some drills, but I give our coaches credit too for encouraging it. Some schools, they really just want their specialists to like only snap and kick during practice for their own health, and our coaches always encouraged me to kind of chase after it and try to be a well-rounded ball player.
You're going to the Senior Bowl, right?
Yep.
How much you look forward to that?
It's going to be awesome. I'm excited. Obviously, first and foremost, I'm pumped for this Peach Bowl. One last game with all my boys. Unfortunately, wish Kenny and Damari would be there, but I have the utmost respect for them and know that it's if I was in a similar situation with potential to be drafted very early on, I'd be having very similar conversations with my family as well, and they both put it all on the line every time they touch the field. So obviously wish they were here, but I'm just excited for one last time in the blue and gold, and then I'll think more about the Senior Bowl after that.
Have you had any conversations with the professional long snappers about what it's like being a long snapper in the NFL?
Yeah, it's been nice, obviously, with our building being attached to the Steelers facility, getting to know Cam, the old snapper, and Christian Kuntz, who's another local Duquesne guy, Char Valley, and then Duquesne, and just talking to him and about the speed of the game and how he felt that it's benefited him so much that he played linebacker in college, and just kind of reaffirmed some of the things that I had assumed about that level, just where everyone's a better athlete at that level. So it was in my best interest as well to be the best athlete I could be.
As a local guy who's been in this program for so long, what would a 12th win mean to you? It'd just be, I don't know, it's like every game's, you go into it with a similar mindset, but the fact that there's only been one 12-win team in Pitt football history is it definitely means a lot, and would mean a whole lot to these guys, especially the contingent that's from Pittsburgh and is a bit more aware of the Pitt football history and just the deep roots of Pitt football and how historically successful the program has been. To put ourselves in the same tier as that 1976 team would be a lot to be proud of.
Being a long snapper, you're not the quarterback, you're not the running back, you don't get the chance, but you still have done so much with the platform that you've developed with Pitt to help the community, to reach out, to find ways to do things. What do you think what has that been like for you to say, like, hey, I may not be the first guy people think about when they think about Pitt football winning the ACC championship, but I can still make a difference out there?
It's been a really humbling experience, but in a very good way, and it's just something I feel very blessed to have the opportunity to do. And with the new NIL framework, from the get-go, I just kind of was going into it, wanted to think about, all right, like if this is something that can benefit me, I also want to in some way benefit the community, because I do truly love Pittsburgh, and I'm proud to be from here and proud to play for this university. And so it's just always something that I kind of in my my faith life and my relationship with God, just been like, if I have an opportunity to do something, I want to also give back and kind of pay it forward, because I feel so blessed to have been here. So any way that I can kind of help someone else along the way, I feel like I'm indebted to do that.
Cal, is that something that got lost in all the hand-wringing over what NIL means for the sport? I mean, you, Kenny, some of the other teammates are doing stuff that you simply just could not have been able to do under the old rules.
Absolutely. It's just been cool, because obviously, the buzzwords, the first things everyone talks about with the new NIL framework is just like, young collegiate athletes making a lot of money. But it did open up a ton of just like smaller windows to make a difference in terms of things that just were illegal, not because the NCAA like wanted to limit athletes, but just like the legal work, like, okay, you're just not allowed to like use your university to like make any sort of money or like raise money. Because I know one of the examples I always think about is with Trevor Lawrence, when he tried to do like a GoFundMe. Even that had to get shut down, and it's just like, well, all he wanted to do is raise money. But it's just like those fine print little things that can't happen that now can with the new framework. So that's some of the most the coolest things that come from that too. So
Have other guys on the team like ask you how you did it the way that you did it? Because you obviously have raised so much attention to different causes.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely talked about it. It's nice to be able to like lead by example a little bit, and obviously RJ and EJ and Celeste, all those guys have really pointed us in the right direction, and made it very smooth and easy for us. If we have an idea, we just go to one of them and say, hey, this is what I'm thinking of doing, or this is what I'd like to do, or this organization reached out, can we make it happen? And they pull all the I guess the tough hours in the background, making sure everything can work out from a legal perspective. And really, as long as we just have the idea, or some of the idea and the desire to follow through with it, they make it real easy for us, which is nice.
So Cal, have you had people not recognize you even in the facility?
Yeah, well, it's funny actually. Kevin's not here, but Kevin Gorman, I ran into him actually at Get Go the other day. He was like, "Wait, Cal," and I was like, "Oh yeah, good to see you. It's been a while." But a number of people, even some of my friends, like if I'll be in the study lounge studying and have my head facing the window, and like they come in and like I'll turn around and be like, "Oh, what's up?" And they're like, "Oh, geez, like I didn't even recognize that was you over there. I thought that was just some random person." So still people getting used to it for sure.
You've been here a long time. I mean, 2017, right? 5 years. Who's the next guy now? Who's your heir apparent here?
Yeah, so Byron Floyd will be our next in line. He's been doing a great job and been absorbing everything that Kirk and I and obviously Sam have been doing, and especially me with the long snapping position specifically. But he's been doing a great job, and there will not be any I guess lack of talent with him. Like he's going to be ready to go. So I'm excited to see what he does. He's been working really hard, and especially in terms of like weight room stuff and getting in better shape. I've been really excited to see what he's been doing.
The big question is, how long are you going to let it grow?
Yeah, to be honest, I haven't really decided that yet. It's I gotta say, being back to short hair, it's super convenient. I mean, if I'm in the shower for any longer than 3 minutes, I feel like I've been in there for an eternity. So, a lot less shampoo expenses. And the worst thing, in my opinion, was when my hair was long. You come out of the shower, unless you blow dry it, it'd be wet and cold for like an hour and a half. So it's great in the wintertime, just being able to towel dry and go. But it's pretty convenient. So I might be short haired for a while.